We are a design studio, digital branding design studio from Portugal. We come from Coimbra and Porto. It's one city in the center and one city in the north. We are currently 7 persons, 3 designers, 3 developers, and 1 illustrator and motion designer. We have 10 years in terms of Bürocratik name, but my experience comes from '95, where I did my first website. That's about it. We use Adobe Creative Suite 5, of course, for everything in terms of design. We use Asana for team project management. We use Droplr for file sharing and Dropbox for file sharing. We use Toggler for time tracking. We use Dropmark for bookmark sharing and projects. We use Facebook for the group of the people that work at Bürocratik to share everything. And I think that's about it. And use Tumblr for our visual blog.
Yeah, funnily enough, this year there was something that I find very interesting, and I think is due mainly to Chrome dev tools. Is finally we have good tracking tools to see the performance of the websites. We are now using lots of effects and JavaScript and animations, and we can see more often the sites getting slow with slow frame rates and all that, and now finally with the Chrome Dev tools we can track that. It's still difficult sometimes to see which is the right solution, but at least we have an idea how the paint works and what we can do a little bit less or a little bit more, and some so that was very, very important for us. And also we try to see some tricks of put the sites keeping the effects, the animations, but more fluid, more fast. And of course now with browsers supporting more SVG and stuff like that, we start also using that more, and fonts as icons. That is mainly due to the support of the browsers. We feel more comfortable using it. Due to the nature of our projects is responsive, definitely responsive projects. So what we do, we usually start bottom up. We see how it's going to work in the mobile, and then we go to the website. So usually is the way that we work, in the responsive way. Unfortunately, we didn't have the need yet to go for a native app. Okay, for us, for Bürocratik, it was always being very important was the graceful degradation. Okay, you can have an amazing website on desktop, and then the time that we start speaking about that, even before the responsive, it was the importance between cross-browser, how the site will work, for instance, the Internet Explorer 6 and all that. And now that still applies a lot. So what we try to do is, okay, we have a desktop which we want to be as like for the mobile as much as we can. So, and then we try to, the things that we can do on mobile platforms, we try to find other solutions, but at least always be sure that the user always have the best experience, and above all, he can see the content that he wants. That's still our main motto, the content, and give a good experience to the user. So that is how we work. And now we also are lucky because every year goes by, you can see the mobile platforms getting very powerful in hardware and in software. And now you can do things in those devices that you couldn't do 1 year ago. So the work is getting easier for us too. So that helps too a lot. There are some very interesting recommendations that we are looking forward to use, like the Flexbox model, which we still don't use because it's still not sure how it's going to be the color blending, the blending modes. That is something that we are looking forward to see. Also, the one recommendation, I'm not sure if it was Microsoft who did it, which is the prefetch of the websites that we are very interested to. And then we also want to explore a little bit more in SVG and Canvas, some like 3GS and some frameworks that allow us to work in the Canvas and environment and also in the SVG animations. And one thing that we're also exploring now is CodeIgnite, is a PHP framework, which we find very interesting when we also are working on it.
I think it's exciting. When I first saw a page in '95, I feel the same thing when I see the current websites that are being done. It's an exciting business in terms of design, and we are only speaking on text and images on a browser. So it's pretty simple, but I anticipate that with the loss of Flash, things are again exciting for us. So I anticipate that the future, we are only starting. So. Especially, we are here to share experiences and to talk with other people that do the same stuff that we do, and talk about clients and problems. And because I think that for bigger or small agencies, the problems are the same. So we are here to share experience, and the creative community is very important, and that's why we are here at the Awwwards. Mainly, when we won the first one, we knew that we were doing it right. We started as a branding company with nothing as digital, and we started to see digital as like a fluid that gathers the branding visually. We put the branding online, and we start doing websites. Winning an award was, to us, was something like the moment when we saw how we should do the websites, to invest a bit more, not for the awards, but for the end result on the client. So we now have four sites of the day, and we are looking forward to get more, because when the process is fun, we win awards. So let's see.
Yeah, it's amazing to be here. It's so thrilled after all these years and after all this work to be among people that we always admire, and be part of that's special, and we appreciate a lot that experience. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you for your time, and thank you for
my
your
pleasure.
answers.